Point guard's pretty optimistic he's going to have another big man in the rotation against the Beavers. Where's N'Faly at?
I hope he's right. He practiced a little bit yesterday. We had a light day, and we'll see how he does today.
What just in the glimpses you've been able to see, because you've said he's been able to do a little bit here and there, I think, in the recent weeks, just kind of where's he at? What do you feel like you could expect?
Oh, not much. Just a few minutes a half. You wouldn't want to rush him back. You don't, tendonitis is one of those things and come right back, if you overdo it. So that's why we've been really light in practice, so you don't really get a good feel. And, for the game, it'd be very few minutes, but he just gives us somebody to throw it to, a couple possessions, and hopefully block a shot or two.
More about getting him ready for the postseason than anything, easing him back.
It's just game by game. It would be nice, if we were to make a run in the conference tournament. When you have 3 or 4 games, in a row, it's nice to have as much depth as possible. So that would be nice.
You didn't have a Coro either for the Civil War game, and what can he provide for you guys that maybe you just lacked in that game?
Well, they beat us second chance points, and Francis has been doing a good job. His blockout numbers are the best on the team, and so he can rebound, and they beat us 13-4, I think, second chance points, if my memory serves me right. But we've got to do a better job on the boards. He can definitely help us there, and his physicality has helped us. He was a big plus in the Arizona game. I know that.
A few weeks ago, I think you expressed a little bit of frustration that maybe you guys weren't improving at the rate some other teams were. Do you feel like you're on the right trajectory in terms of getting better the last few weeks?
It's hard to tell. It's kind of game to game. I was really disappointed in the turnovers and the free throw shooting at Arizona State. We improved both, against Arizona, and the results were a lot better. 11 turnovers in an overtime game, and we went 11 for 14, from the free throw line, and we needed every one of them. So it's still a work in progress. We go a little up, a little down, but guys are working. They've tried to keep a great attitude, and I've got no problem with their effort. Just their focus and their connection on defense. Just really need to take a big jump.
How would you assess the way Oregon State's playing heading into this game?
Well, Arizona, really played well the night they played them, and they had, that last shot went in and out against Arizona State, so they had them in a great spot. So, I guess you'd have to ask Wayne. I don't know how he feels like they're playing. They've had a couple big wins. They've had a couple, losses where they got popped, just like us all. Just disappointing, with their losses, but, they've had some big wins, obviously. Colorado on the road, Arizona at home, so they've had some big wins.
We talked last week about how tough it is playing on the road in the league this year. Did that make you appreciate that much more being at home these next couple weeks?
Well, we've lost, we've got 3 games, 2 of them, we lost to the team that we're playing, and Cal gave us hell of a game. So, we know it's not going to be easy. I've tried to impress that upon the guys, and, we've got to make these games as big for us as they are for our opponents, and, hopefully, our guys will be able to focus in and do that.
In the Arizona game, with Peyton's doing what he was doing, how impressive is it for Okoro to do what he did in overtime, 9 straight points, when the offense, the whole game basically rolled through Peyton's hands? Shakur, yeah, sorry.
No, it was Peyton set him up on a couple nice ones to kind of get him going, and he had a nice move out of timeout that was an option, and and he hit one of his 2 free throws there on an offensive rebound and tried to get it back. So he played awfully well, and he did some good things during the game, but his offensive output there was something we desperately needed.
What has he meant to you guys, particularly during that stretch when Francis was gone and N'Faly's out?
Well, he does give us a level of physicality. His consistency, with that motor needs to improve. He takes a few possessions off, and I've talked to him about that. But when he's on and when he's going, he gets a lot done. And, that last stretch against Arizona, we obviously needed every point, and he helped us get it.
How would you describe the top of the Pac-12 right now?
Well, it should be an interesting couple of weeks, with the LA schools and Arizona playing this week. Arizona schools playing this week. That someone's got to lose. So those will be interesting. And we've got our work cut out for us. Colorado's got to go on the road for 3. So it'll be kind of a hectic, last couple of weeks here, and interesting for the league. I hope the projections are right. The guys tell me they're, like 4 or 5, maybe 6 teams, So that's all looking good. Just everybody needs to finish strong here, and we'll have a great tournament in Vegas. When you have that many teams that are all scrapping, trying to either improve their seed or, get in, it makes for a very competitive tournament. So that ought to be a lot of fun for our fans and, for the fans of the conference in Vegas.
Would you like to potentially only have to play 3 times in that tournament?
Well, it would sure help. Last year, we had to play 4, and it worked out okay. But that's not the odds aren't with you when you have to do that. And so we prefer to get one of those top 4 seeds. And with some of the tiebreakers and that, I think we're in pretty good shape if we take care of business. Now, if we don't take care of business, you still got to win. You got to win your games at home. And then there'll be 3 tough ones.
You'd obviously rather have a conference championship wrapped up, but is there something to be said about having the last couple games be meaningful for something like that, to have the guys geared up for that?
Well, I think they'd be meaningful regardless, but I understand what you're saying, and we let a couple slip, but I also mentioned that we've won 4 conference games in overtime, so we've been a little lucky there. So we're just going to have to really bear down on these last 3 games, make something happen. I think the guys are ready, but we'll just have to wait and see Thursday night.
Is there an importance of getting a big crowd out for these games?
Well, it really helped. The energy against Colorado, I think, really gave us, that home court advantage that you look for. So the students and everybody, it'd be really nice. Peyton's had such a wonderful career for us and has done a good job. And the fans, we've got another decent win streak going here at home. We'd like to keep going.